Hello? Yeah. So we're going. We have a developer from Blizzard today with Yong Woo. He is a senior producer at, for Hearthstone at Blizzard, and he says I've had fun watching Hearthstone Masters since the round of 16, and Blizzard is getting ready to release their smartphone version of Hearthstone. So please be happy for that, and support Hearthstone.
All right, thank you, Barry, for that translation. Hey, I'm Doa. Monte Cristo's with me today. That wasn't an awkward start at all, but don't worry about it, guys. It's Hearthstone Masters Korea, and we are back for our second day of Group A in the round of 8. That's right. Boy. We're in the playoffs, and we're doing it dual tournament style. So today, just 2 best-of-5s, the losers match, and then we will see who the last player to go on to the semifinals is for Group A.
That's right, and as you can see, people waving their bowls of jajangmyeon around in the crowd. It's Black Day here in Korea, which means that everyone who is single eats this black bean noodle dish.
Right, and feels lonely and miserable. That's right.
But you can't feel lonely and miserable here watching Hearthstone, can you?
No, and you can't when you're eating jjajangmyeon either, because it's really good. I like it. Wow, that guy already finished. He must be the loneliest of all.
So they bought 300 bowls of it. So if you are actually in Seoul right now, you can come pick up a free meal, I guess.
300. This is where we eat. Or tonight we dine in the Yongsan studio.
That was a much better one.
Either way, it works out. And now we'll catch back up with Jungle Ramu, and Barry's going to help us translate this a bit more.
So Jungle Ramu is talking about how he doesn't have very many legendaries because he couldn't spend a lot of money on card packs, and he's the youngest player in this tournament, and he only has 6 legendaries, and he made it to the round of 16.
생애 첫 방송 경기. 승리를 향한 간절함이 느껴지는
This kid.
Yeah, apparently you could feel his desire to win, and it looks like his reaction. It's like as if he was hit by the frostbolt himself. And Alex Strassi got from the unstable portal probably gave him the biggest joy of his life. So his dream was to buy a lot of cards, and because he doesn't have very many legendaries, and says, with everyone's help, that you can help this child find happiness again. And so for every 100 likes on this video on the OGN Facebook page, he would get 10 packs. And I think he went to 700.
I think there was something like 7,000 likes on Facebook.
We helped him quite a bit.
Large amount.
That's true.
700 packs, that should be a lot of legendaries to get him rolling. Hopefully we can see him here next season too.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we'll see him on the stage right now. There he is on the right. Jungle Ramu himself. We're going to do a little bit of an interview with him.
Good stuff.
Oh, but it looks like it's going to be us in the meantime. Hey, guys. I'm Doa. That's Monte Cristo. Barry's still with us if we need him to translate anything, aren't you, Barry?
I'm around.
I feel like we're on like our own version of like the Howard Stern show, and we've got like the one guy off camera that every once in a while we cut to him.
Yeah.
But we're not going to cut to him ever.
No.
All right, so I think it's really funny that I came out on the video like this and asking him if he's very nervous, and he says he's very nervous right now. He's like, don't be nervous, just like be comfortable. So yeah. So you've gotten a lot of likes, and you're receiving 400 packs today, and it's about like $500 worth of packs.
Well, that's pretty good.
So if you have to save up your allowance to buy, he says I had to save up 4 months worth of allowances to buy that many packs.
It's a pretty good allowance, actually.
You probably buy all the jjajangmyeon too with that.
No kidding.
So he's telling the crowd to, don't worry about it, just keep eating.
Wow, look at all that jjajangmyeon being eaten. We need some of that later.
He says the legendary I've always wanted was Deathwing.
What? Why?
Why? Jungle Ramu, you need to get your priorities straight, man.
Is it because you like the big finisher? So Deathwing has 12 attack and 12 health.
I thought he liked having cards, not having no cards.
He has the best stats in Hearthstone.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he just says it's because it's the beefiest card in Hearthstone and wanted it.
You know it is. Beefier than Thaddeus by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So besides buying Naxxramas, so you never bought any card packs. So it's always with gold. So how many legendaries did you get that way? And only 6. So.
Aww. Tasty.
It actually smells delicious in here.
It does. It actually does smell really good.
Smells like judgment.
This is torture. This is cruel and unusual punishment, OGN.
I'll bring you bowls later.
Thank you, Barry.
And he says, I want to eat jajangmyeon too, right now.
Oh, come on. Jungle Rama's got to get all the ladies.
And they say, oh, yeah, there's a bowl left for Jungle Ramu. Maybe none for us, I don't know.
Oh.
It says, you know, eat jajangmyeon, and like, you know, hopefully that'll fortify you for the rest of today.
He'll smite it and take the buff, like Jungle Ramu does.
And there's a lot of people that want to see you in Season 2. And are you going to try to qualify for Season 2? And he says, yes, I will. And I will try to qualify for Season 2, and I will try my best to win.
He's going to try to win, guys. Look out.
So they're asking me, did you not win? Were you not able to win this season because you didn't have all the cards? And he's just laughing about it. And it says, you know, once I have all the cards, I'll show you my true skill.
Wow. That is the true heart of the cards right there.
Yeah. All right, that's the end of the interview with Jungle Ramu, I think. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, so today they're giving about 300 packs out to the audience.
Wow.
So yeah. So it looks like he keeps 400 and he's giving out 300.
What a nice guy, that Jungle Ramu.
He's a generous soul. He's helping players formerly like himself before he came into a wealth of cards.
Before he struck it rich on the Facebook likes.
All right, so now we're really over with the interview, and I'll hand it back to you guys.
Thank you again, Barry, for the translating and the wonderful banter. And so, guys, that means that it will be soon time to move into our first match. So let's take a look about our tournament info. 27 million Korean won on the line.
Oh boy, it's about 10 grand for first place in terms of US dollars. Quarterfinals dual tournament that is a double elimination bracket, essentially with 4 players. You haven't seen that before.
It's cool, though. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good format.
Yeah.
And then, of course, semis and finals will be best of 7s.
You know, and the big part, too, is that this tournament is one of the major Hearthstone tournaments, so it does award a lot of points towards the World Championships later in the year. So winning this is like a big step towards attending the World Championships later on. So it's a lot on the line. And today's 2 matches, man, talk about a lot on the line with that one. In our first best of 5, somebody's getting sent home. Somebody is out. And the winner isn't out of the woods yet. They have to go on and face our loser of the winners match from yesterday. So it's going to be a little bit intense, man. Somebody's going home in each match. It's going to be crazy.
The right to face Lucete.
That's right. Lucete, he's really good, though. I mean, he did get reverse swept by Solsiho in the final match yesterday, but Lucete is on Solsiho's team. Their teammates, there were a lot of mind games that happened. It was crazy, and I feel like he's still the favorite to get through. And he'll be playing against the winner of our first match, which is going to be Lucette versus Abelmo. And Lucette, he's in an interesting position because he's got that kind of a little bit out there Malagos rogue deck, and he really struggled to win with it yesterday. You know, this is Conquest format. He's got to get a win with it. I think it might be a bit tough.
I would love to see that. But you said something that was very interesting, which is that he hasn't shown his other decks yet, considering that he was running this Malagos rogue deck and then just kept using it over and over and over again. So we haven't actually seen his other 2 decks.
That's true.
I mean, we know he has a Hunter and a Mage here, but he hasn't shown what type of decks those are. So at least he has a surprise advantage, perhaps.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point because the other, all the players have access to the VODs from yesterday. They can get some deck information from it, but Lucette, like you mentioned, only that rogue deck's information is out there. So coming into it with a bit of unknown with the Mage and Hunter decks. So as we said, today's matchups: first Lucette versus Abelmo in a best-of-5, and then the winner of that will go on to play against Lucete, who narrowly lost to Socio yesterday. It was very, very close. He was up 2 games, and then Socio's Warlock deck just could not be beaten. It was kind of a newer school handlock with the Void Callers, things like that, and I really think it does well in this tournament environment.
Well, we'll see. No, only one Warlock, but not in our first match today.
See, the fans agree.
Oh,
Lucete.
the vote.
Yep, that's right. And that's kind of a poll for who the fans think is going to advance from today. And a lot of people saying Lucete will. Lucette, I would say he's got a bit of a chance. And I will agree that I think Abelmo is probably the weakest player we've got out of these 3 today. But again, overall, the level of play in Korea has just gone up so much since last season.
Yeah, and especially because, you know, the Chinese players coming in here last year and mopping the floor with the Korean players.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was a pretty one-sided tournament when we had the international event. But let's get into our first match here.
That's right. It's time to take a look at our players and get a little bit more info about these guys before we move into our first best-of-5 of the night. And who are we going to meet first? It's Lucette. There he is. And he is from the team Justice Realization. Because why not, right? And he did beat Jungle Ramu. There's the killer right there, the slayer of the intense, the enigmatic Jungle Ramu. And the thing is he was up 2-0 on Jungle Ramu, and then Jungle Ramu came back. Won 2 games, forced a 5th one. It was a bit of a close call for Lucette. He was able to take out the dreaded Jungle Ramu.
It's all right. He was ready to kill the dreams of the youngest, most idealistic player in this tournament.
He almost did. And then there is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Abelmo, the only member of the team he created, Big Star. He's the big star of his own team. But you know what? If you're going to be playing an individual game like this, why not invent your own team?
That's good. I like that.
It's like getting 2 game IDs. It's really cool. Yeah. So
I'm going to create my own superstar casting team with just me on it.
What? We can't have a 2-man casting team?
You can't be a part of my club, Doa.
Well, I'm going to have a really cool Doa casting team as well, too, that I'm the only member of. Fine. Maybe I'll invite Barry, but not you. Well, Abelmo Big Star. And now let's look at these guys' decks. There's a win rates overall for Lucette, and he's decided to bring, well, I mean, he's the same thing as yesterday. They can't change decks. It's still the same round. Rogue, Hunter, and Mage. Of course, that Rogue deck did, well, previously he's won with Rogue. It's not the same Rogue deck, but not really getting any wins yesterday. Paladin, Hunter, and Druid are the decks for Abelmo. Pretty standard Paladin. We've seen a lot of Hunter, Druid, and Rogue with a splash of Paladin, a splash of Warlock. That's what our round of 8 has been so far. Abelmo Big Star. That sounds like an action hero name if I've ever seen it. That's right.
We'll see if he can make some explosions in the game today, Doa.
Maybe. If he gets Dr. Boom, which is in every deck, he probably can.
I love Dr. Boom. What a great card.
Me too. Most balanced card in the world. I actually have no problems at all with Dr. Boom.
Yeah, neither do
Perfectly great. So here we go, guys. Abelmo versus Lucette, game number 1. It's going to be Rogue versus Hunter, by the way. The Zhang men reaches the stomachs, and we will reach into the depths of the internet, to the servers of Battle.net itself, to bring you this first game in the best-of-5. And here we go. Time for game number 1. Here we go. Time to load up the game. Rogue versus Hunter. Lucette versus Abelmo. It's time. Are you ready, Monty?
I'm so ready for my first Hearthstone cast. Hey, there's Malagos.
Oh, yeah, well. Probably going to throw that one back. I would say so. And there's Leroy for, Leroy for Abelmo. He is playing the more of the face Hunter variety. You know, in the early round, the round of 16, we saw a lot of mid-range Hunter, but so far it's been a lot of face here in the round of 8. Starting with a Knife Juggler, though, you really can't be too unhappy about that.
Face Hunter, my least favorite kind of Hunter to play against.
You know, Chobra got Golden Hunter with Face Hunter.
Wow, that is a badge of shame, Doa.
I don't know how he sleeps at night. I'm ashamed. Ashamed to be associated with him. So we are going to see a Knife Juggler come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's vulnerable to backstab, but what do you do?
Get it backstabbed?
That's exactly what you do.
That's what I'm going to guess.
Then you draw pictures of whatever that is. Ooh, but it's going to be the coin SI7 agent.
Yeah, so easy clear, at least starting out here.
True. True enough. He's just going to take out the SI7 agent with the Eagle Horn bow. You know, the Hunter's weapons match, but the Warrior's don't. The Warrior icon is, class icon is a sword, but he only uses axes. What's the dealio?
Why do you think that is?
Don't know. We'll have to ask
He got the Malagos back in his hand.
Yeah, well, that'll be nice to have eventually. Piloted Shredder. Okay, and there's Emperor Tharzan. And what'll it be? Prep.
Sprint.
Into sprint. Yeah, he's just going to draw a little bit.
Let's see.
So he's not going to...
Sap. Oh.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do
Could be
anything.
worse.
Yeah, I mean, the Piloted Shredder will stay out. It'll hit him before the turn even starts. Wow, and there's another, yeah, bow hero power.
He's getting burned out pretty quick.
Yeah, this is Face Hunter. Meanwhile, Jungle Ramu opening packs. That wasn't a good one, apparently.
He didn't like that one. No more legendaries.
Oh, Jungle Ramu.
Hearthstone causes him
okay.
physical pain. I think.
I know.
I think we got to go see a doctor in that situation.
Just got something good, I think. Oh. Wow, Unstable Ghoul. That's a good thing to get against Rogue if you're Face Hunter.
Savannah High main.
Easy play there. Yeah. I'm like trying to, I can actually see Jungle Ramu's screen from here, but I'm trying not to let it distract me from the game.
I'm sure they'll let us know about all the majestic legendaries he has right now.
Yeah. You know, he's got a couple options here. You know, it's wouldn't be the worst thing in the world ever to just attack and then Leper Gnome hero power as well. And honestly, Leroy isn't the biggest concern either because the Unstable Ghoul is going to clear the Whelplings. But just going to do this. All right, yeah, just attack it and then make them respond to your Savannah High main completely from the hand. I think it's a good idea.
Well, he does have some of the tools to deal with that, though. I mean, probably doesn't want to take too much more damage to his face right now.
Yeah, just Emperor Tharzan is pretty reasonable play here.
I mean, if he can get that Malagos down eventually.
It's getting close. Really close with that Emperor Tharzan.
Yeah, and
I mean, this is just going to get kill commanded. But well, let's look at the damage. 9 plus 5 is, let's see, 14 plus another 5 for Leroy. So he could get him really low this turn. Still got 25 health, and you can't leave a minion out with any sort of oil rogue oriented deck because if they have that combo with Sharp Sword Oil, it can kill you with this amount of health.
Yeah, he did take some damage too from clearing minions with his face with the Eagle Horn earlier too. So
yeah, that would be a bit risky just to silence it and let it stay up. But I guess he's going to. Wow, really going for the win here. Kill command. Okay. Wanted to get the beast out anyway.
Clear, but
this does set him up for lethal next turn with Leroy.
Well, maybe not though.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, if the Savannah High main lives, but that was an interesting decision.
I mean, he has the Blade Flurry. He's got a couple Phantom Knives right now that have had their cost reduced, so he may be able just to deal with this. Try and draw a card first. Cycle through.
Oh boy.
And there's the Sap and the anti-heal bot. Get a little bit of life left. At least he's prolonging the game for himself just a tad.
Well, he's gotten in a pretty good position, actually.
Yeah, and once he does have the Drake and Malagos for that spell power, too, so he can execute a pretty wicked board clear combo.
Yep. I'm still a bit surprised about that Iron Beak Owl. All right. Well, here we go. Sharp Sword Oil time. Yeah, this is a lot of damage. And in fact, that's going to be 14 plus 8. That is lethal, isn't it? Yeah, he's got the Eviscerate too, and there you go. That is it.
Wow.
Yep, so even with clearing the Emperor Tharzan, it's just too much to handle, and for once,
it won.
I mean, it didn't use Malagos, but it got to win. He basically just played it like a regular old oil rogue deck, but yeah, got the win. Interesting. Now, you can, obviously, you can get wins like that, but so why not just run Oil Rogue? Because what we've seen yesterday.
It's not stylish enough, Doa. You can't get the super big combos
the
down.
conceal, the cruelty, the Malagos, all of this takes away from the consistency of Oil Rogue. So we got the win, yes, but I still think you should just bring regular old Oil Rogue instead of this Malagos deck if you're gonna play Rogue.
I have not the expertise to argue with you on this statement.
Good. For once. I like this. So a win for Lucette here in game number 1. The Rogue deck out of the way. So it's going to be Mage or Hunter next. And yeah, you can tell he's just relieved to get that win after getting 3-0'd with it.
Hands are shaky. So nervous.
Dude, Hearthstone is intense when you play in like an actual tournament match. Your heart starts going.
Big Star. Abelmo, though.
Abelmo Big Star.
Abelmo Big Star, excuse me.
Although it could be, maybe the team name would be first. Big Star Abelmo.
I like Abelmo Big Star. It sounds more like parting big boy.
That's right. Well, game number 2 time. Let's do it. The real beginning. No, it's game 2. Come on. Lucette versus
Every
Abelmo.
game is a new beginning, Doa. That's how you have to look at it if you want to avoid going on tilt.
You know, that's a really good point to bring out. It's wonderful advice. You have to just take it one game at a time. That's right. So Mage versus Hunter. Abelmo deciding to stay with the Face Hunter. Lucette opting to move into that Mage. And we haven't seen his decks. Ooh, interesting. So this is probably going to be more of a tempo Mage. Yeah, it is, rather than a Freeze Mage. And this could match up quite well against Face Hunter, actually, too. Kazan Mystic is actually going to be huge, though. Wow. So he's got, well, it's more of a mid-range Hunter. It's not exactly, yeah, it's not exactly
he's
Face
got
Hunter.
He's got a couple Savannah High mains in this deck.
And
he has a Dr. Boom as well. So
he's got the Beast now, too.
Ooh.
Monty's actually looking at the decks. I don't like
I'm
doing
the cheater.
that. I don't like doing that.
That's
well.
Right. You like to operate on ignorance, I understand.
I find it's more exciting.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, let's see. Mad Scientist, you could just bow. He will go for the bow.
You got to drop the bows on him, Doa.
That's right.
That's what I learned from the raps.
The raps. From the hip-hop, hippity-hop. Unstable Portal, what's he going to get? This card has treated Jungle Ramu well in the past.
Alex
and no, it's going to be a Stone Skin Gargoyle.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so if you're not familiar with this card, because it's not really in any decks, it's the card that it will heal itself at the beginning of every turn.
That's actually kind of strong for some of the board clear here against the Face Hunter if he doesn't deal with it immediately.
It certainly can be. I mean, 1 damage isn't a ton to worry about, but it can be a little bit annoying just to deal with. We'll see. There, of course, is our delegation from Blizzard here today in the studio. Youngie, the senior developer, or one of the senior producers, rather.
I like that guy's knitted beard behind him. That's been my favorite part of this broadcast so far.
Oh, we just saw Jungle Ramu open up a legendary, but I didn't see what it was because it was in Korean. It's at the bottom of the screen. Jungle Ramu could chat to these players right now, and it would pop up on the screen.
Oh man, he's got a preview monitor in front of him. I hope he's not using his powers for evil.
Oh no, Jungle Ramu. Say it ain't so, Jungle Ramu.
He's he's trying to take down Lucette.
We would see it if it happened though. Yeah, Kirin Tor, but no secrets to play, but it is a 4/3 body on the board, so nothing wrong with that. Down to 22 already is Abelmo. And so what do we got? We have a Mad Scientist that can be activated. Whoa, another legendary. Oh, I couldn't read it.
That was Sneed's.
Oh, okay.
I got the Sneed part in Korean real fast, so it was Sneed Shredder.
Nice. We've got like 2 things going on right now.
It's hard to tell.
Right.
I like how this broadcast is now being there are little updates on who's on his pack opening.
I know, right?
This period, so we can get excited for him.
It's a very serious match. Well, do you run the Mad Scientist in here? Because I wonder what I'm trying to remember what secrets he runs. I believe it's Freezing Trap. No. Oh, all right.
He has 1 explosive and 2 freezing traps.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't believe we saw the explosive yesterday.
So he's actually just going to go ahead and clear the Kirin Tor. And what do you get? Explosive trap, so he only has one of those.
Well, if he goes face, it's going to be pretty obvious which trap that is.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious already by the amount of time he's actually waiting. Lucette should be aware. There we go. He decides to try
see
to be
through your opponents. So Ragnaros will be the draw, and there we go. Explosive trap into Azure Drake.
Not the Stone Skin Gargoyle. You know, I wonder what secrets Lucette runs. Probably Counterspell, maybe Duplicate, maybe Mirror Entity as well. In that slightly more tempo-y sort of mage.
I'll be surprised this time. I'm not gonna look. I want to look at the game.
Monty knows. See, it's more fun. I told you. You've been converted already. Oh, she's lonely too. Hey, you're in a room filled with guys. This should
no
be
excuse
easy.
for loneliness anymore.
No.
All right, there you go. We'll use that kill command on the Drake, and then perhaps silence the Gargoyle. Thinking about it right now, and that's going to be the play. So at least he can finally start to whittle it down.
Yep. And the Beast could hit the board next turn.
Oh boy, I love it when the Beast hits the board.
That was the name of the album of my metal band in high school. When the Beast hits the board. Shyvana's quite the beast herself. That is a strong card.
Shyvana is, but she's in a different game.
And unfortunately, that Ironbeak Owl is on the board and not in the hand of Abelmo right now. Well, the Beast's not going to hit the board now.
Might be perilous.
That's for sure.
I mean, do you play Leroy here?
I mean, it doesn't
just
really
clear Sylvanas.
I think Lothep is fine. And then you trade. Yeah, 5/5 for 5/5. We'll see if he fireballs Sylvanas to get. Oh, he can't because of Lothep.
Oh no.
And Bertharzin. All right, that's pretty decent.
Keeping that one up for now.
Yep.
You have a very cheap, unstable portal.
Yeah. Dr. Boom. Well, I think that's going to come out pretty quick. Although, I mean, Sylvanas, he could trade first and then play.
Yeah.
Ah, but you want to get rid of the Emperor, too. This is a...
Ooh.
Man, Abelmo's just having a hard time. I mean, yeah, you're going to play Dr. Boom either way, but it's rough. And that's just going to be Fireball hero power. He may just use Flame Cannon here, too. But no, Fireball's a much better target.
Second Fireball.
Yeah, and you're going to play the more expensive one for more combo potential later. Oh, wait, that's actually just lethal, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is. Double Fireball plus stars into the face. That is it. And lethal for Lucette. That is a 2-0 so far. Winning with the Mage, winning with the Rogue. He's cruising to a victory here in this first best of 5.
Hunter going to be his last deck here, so we'll see if we get a mirror matchup or if they swap it. But dang, pretty fast wins here from Lucette.
No kidding. Playing really well. And so we're going to take a quick break, guys. And when we come back, it's going to be potentially the final game of Abelmo in this tournament. He has to win the next one or he is out. Lucette almost ready to move on. He got 3-0'd yesterday. Will he 3-0 today to move on to the final match? Don't go anywhere. Hearthstone Masters Korea.
Would be a pretty commanding victory to start the day with.
Certainly would. And we'll be back to see if it happens right after this. Hey, we are back on Hearthstone Masters Korea, and here's a quick replay of what happened in our first couple games. Games that Lucette took handily.
That's right. Spell power right there. Unstable Ghoul popping out of the Shredder. And you know what? Jungle Ramu is rank 5 on the Korean server. That makes me feel better, because that was my rank at Hearthstone last month, though.
Oh, really? There you go. You and Jungle Ramu, man. Even up. You could qualify for this tournament.
I doubt that very much, sir.
They couldn't lose you in other games. There goes the Savannah High main. Back to the hand. Talk to the hand, Savannah High. Oh, he's back.
It was a short conversation with,
I guess so,
Leroy Jenkins. You know, Leroy Jenkins doesn't say very much.
No,
besides his own name. He's like the Hodor of Hearthstone.
He says, "Let's do this," too. So he does have one up on Hodor at least. Well, that was game 1. Oil Rogue with like a couple cards in there that he doesn't use, but they're in there anyway, like Malagos, Conceal, but whatevs. And so a little bit of Tempo Mage action going up against this interesting Hunter. It's not quite face, it's not quite mid-range. It's got Kazan Mystic in it.
Face range.
Face range. Mid-Hunter. No, that's actually a deck. Mid-face. There you go.
Mid-face, I think that's the best one.
I think it's a mid-face Hunter. There we go. Leroy just could not find a moment to come out and say his signature line.
And there's Tharazan coming out right here.
Yeah,
this
this
setting
is
up for a very difficult decision about who to slam Lotheb into.
But it was already too late.
It was.
Emperor Tharzan
The
only
die had been cast, Doa.
That's true. The wheels were set in motion, and those wheels were filled with fireballs.
They don't care about Dr. Boom.
Yep.
Why care about Dr. Boom when you can shoot fireballs in somebody's face?
It's a bigger boom. Big bada boom. Would pass.
Bye.
And so a 2-0 for Lucette going into game number 3. So Abelmo, he may be a team of 1, but he may not even get 1 win in this first best of 5. You can see the stress is taking hold on Big Star Abelmo.
Yeah.
And the stress is constantly with Jungle Ramu. He's still opening packs.
He's so stressed out. Oh, he has the most emotion out of opening packs that I've ever seen.
Why isn't there just a stream of Jungle Ramu 24/7?
Playing Hearthstone, reacting at with great anxiety.
Yeah, it seems to be a thing. Well, guys, it's time to get into game number 3. Can Lucette take it, or will Abelmo start the comeback? Oh boy, it's Paladin time. So no more Hunter for Abelmo. It's time to trust in the light.
And looks like a Mech Hunter coming in. A little bit of Mech in the early game for our buddy Lucette.
Really, yeah. There's a Cogmaster and a Harvest Golem. This is actually Mech Hunter, isn't it?
Tis rather Mech Hunter.
Wow. And, you know, a couple mechs obviously in the deck for Paladin, but that's pretty standard stuff. Shielded Minibot and Piloted Shredder, that's going to be in there either way. And Abelmo's like, what the what?
Haven't seen Cogmaster out of a
He's like,
Paladin
Metal
deck.
Tooth Leaper. Well, it's nice to... Oh, there's the Mech Warper.
Yeah.
I mean...
See if he goes with it this turn. There's not really...
He might as well.
Not really a whole lot of threat that's going to be able to kill it for a couple turns at the very least.
Yeah, against Paladin, the only thing that's really going to do it is like Blessing of Might or something, right?
There you go. Clear the Cogmaster, Zombie Chow, trying to at least put some presence down on the board early on here, but there could be a Piloted Shredder.
Zombie Chow is a good draw, really good draw for Abelmo actually. And there will be that Piloted Shredder, of course, but Abelmo's looking okay here. He's going to have his own Piloted Shredder now. Ooh, or will he go for the weapon? Yeah, he will.
Triple Champion.
Yep, a little bit more consistent of clear. And what's the Piloted Shredder going to give us?
Oh boy.
It is.
What is it?
Oh, it's a Doomsayer! Well, what do? You're going to attack, but they're going to get the health right back. Well met.
The victory was temporary right there.
Yep.
Getting that life right back. So Coin's still in the heat.
Leaper.
And there it is, leaping around.
Yeah, he's actually running Mech Hunter. And I mean, it's really not that bad with Quick Shot. You know, Quick Shot fits well because a lot of times, and it's not happening this game, but when you play Mech Hunter, you do empty your hand. very quickly most games. I've actually played quite a bit of Mech Hunter just because I was kind of messing around with it. And this is not your typical Mech Hunter game. Let's see if he plays a Metal Tooth Leaper this time. He could do that in Hero Power. He could also just bow. Yeah, okay, I like the bow a little bit better.
We talked about the dropping bows on him, though. It's very important.
Yep.
So there you go. Gonna get Doomsayer, Micro Machine.
Shielded. Not shielded mini-bot from Micro Machine. That's right. I have nightmares about shielded mini-bot. That's what's going on here.
You just see them all the time around you?
I do. Wow, that's terrifying.
Oh, jeez.
It's
He's freaking out, but there aren't any warriors today, so...
It's Gromash or the lead singer from Kiss, one of the two.
He picked... I think it looks more like Steven Tyler, to be honest.
Oh, that's true. The mouth size is about the same, isn't it? Oh, no! He didn't hit the damaged golem.
Sad times.
He's like,
the
ah,
50-50
damaged golem.
Worked against him, and now it's time for the boom.
Yep.
Senor Boom.
Dude, do you realize what's going to happen once Metal Tooth Leaper comes out with the boom bots?
It's going to be scary.
They're going to be big boom bots.
Big bots?
Ka Tong Cha? I don't know.
That's what it said. But that's not going to happen. Consecration is going to wipe, and there's 1 damage, and then 4. And there you go. Goodbye. Goodbye, Senor Boom.
Doctor and Senor do not mean the same thing.
I just like to call him that.
Senor Boom. Let's see. Professor Boom.
Professor Boom.
President Boom.
Just give him all the titles. Load him up.
That's right. All right, what's going to go out? It's going to be
oh, yes.
No, it's Lore Walker
yes.
Cho.
I love it when this happens. You know what? When I play, when that happens, I refuse to kill Lore Walker Cho. I just want to have fun with it because I think it creates the most hilarious matches.
Well, this is a serious match, Monty. So I don't know if we're going to see that because the difference between finishing in this round and the next one is $1,000. Abelmo's like, no, Lore Walker, no.
Just hero power, attack with Mad Scientist. He can't clear everything in this next turn.
Well, yeah, as
unless
Hunter,
he uses the Consecration.
As Hunter, I mean, yeah, he's got to clear Lore Walker's show because he doesn't want to give him a lay on hands or anything like that. But Hunter doesn't want to give him, quick shot or unleash either. What's the secret? There's a freezing trap for the shielded mini bot.
Not the biggest of deals.
No.
He still has some sticking power here. Not really going to want to use that Quartermaster, though. May just think about replaying
Oh,
that
now he's eating it.
shielded mini-bot. Jungle Ramu's got the food. He's got the packs. Wow, actually going with that Quartermaster.
Well, against an aggressive Hunter deck, a 2-5 on the board is pretty valuable. So, yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah. Oh, and a sad Metal Tooth Leaper played only as a 3-3. Ah, but there we go. Now it's a 5-3. So maybe if he's lucky, he'll be able to trade that with Lothep. But muster for battle. Oh, no.
No! Yeah, he's going to use that lay on hands
hurts.
instead. Try and get some HP back. And there's an antique heal bot. And he could silence right now. Make sure that Metal Tooth Leaper isn't going to be doing more damage than it should. And then start.
Let's go to face.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting a good amount of value out of that. Lothep, actually, it's going to trade 2 for 1. Most likely. Anoyatron.
Well, he does have the charge and the quick shot, so.
Oh boy. Yeah.
He actually can't just eliminate it and draw here.
Yeah, he's going to actually get the draw at a quick shot. Cool.
Straight for the face, and there's the draw. Oh!
That
is he doesn't have enough
Meccano.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough mana.
Yeah.
Could have been huge if he had gotten it.
Well, he should still have something out.
A couple things.
Well, if he gets like Wind Fury on the Metal Tooth Leaper. Okay, all right.
He's got 2 antique heal bots in the hand. He should be able to weather the storm here.
Dude, this is going to be a storm of knives coming out for Abelmo. Where are they going to go? All right, Metal Tooth Leaper, and Metal Tooth Leaper. Wow, dude. Yeah, clear the Divine Shield. Are you serious?
And gets the antique heal bot out as well. We'll clear it with the Quartermaster.
Wow. Abelmo, like he's pretending to be sad right now, but I think he should really be happy. Yeah, there we go. Lucette just concedes. That's going to be a win for Paladin, and Abelmo's still in it. Interesting. So will Lucette be able to get a win with this Mech Hunter? First it was like, can he get a win with his Malagos Rogue? Now it's, can he get a win with his Mech Hunter? This guy,
his wacky decks.
And his decks were nowhere near this oddball in the round of 16 too. This is
he goes for the element of surprise, though.
Yeah. I think his match against Jungle Ramu really shook him up. You know, Lucette, after he took out Jungle Ramu, he just started having trouble sleeping. Like he kept seeing like the craziest of odds used against him and working. He's like, I need to challenge the craziest of odds in my decks.
There's Steven Tyler.
I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want to close my eyes. It's been a while since I've heard that one. Somebody will know that song somewhere.
I'm pretty sure nobody who actually watches this stream, probably very few people know who Steven Tyler is anymore. He's too old for the kids these days.
I was singing David Bowie yesterday.
How is that going for you?
Oh, really good, actually. You'll just have to take my word for it. Time to get in the game. Can the Mech Hunter win? Wow, that guy's really excited about Malfurion.
He's less excited about Rexar.
Malfurion. Oh, both Savage Roars in the deck again. Oh, nice.
Very good.
Oh, really good hand for both players, actually.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Yeah. Good
great
start.
Curve. Yeah.
Cogmaster dropping this turn, but
Yeah.
does have Innervate Shade if he wants it.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, and if he draws a Wild Growth next turn, he will be a very happy dude. All right. And so you're going to get that Clockwork Gnome out right away. Yeah, so a pretty good start for both players. This is going to be a good game. Emperor Tharzan, nice to see early on. He's got that coin. And will he just go ahead and clear? Because he could use a hero power to clear. What the? Rexar or Batman? take your pick. Okay, so he will.
Top. Yeah, he's just going to try and clear this right now.
I mean, against the Hunter deck of any variety, you really do need to have that early board control.
Rewinder not going to be really that useful.
Yeah, it might be. You never know. You never know. He doesn't have Archmage Antonitis, though, so. All right, well, will he go ahead and coin into that Shredder for board control? I think that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, he will. And I totally agree with this. You need to have that board control.
I'm going to go for the face right there.
Yeah, no need to clear the 2/3. Same amount of damage incoming either way. And the 3 health is not a problem at this point. Okay. And looks like he wants to unleash, too. Yeah.
He wants to take down that Shade before it gets any bigger.
Yep. It's a wise thing to do.
Wrath.
Looks like it's going to be a cycle with the Wrath on the Clockwork Gnome. And then he can just use his hero power to clear something else as well.
Innervate not too useful this turn.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to use that to get out to Emperor Tharzan next turn. Oh, we'll see, though. Sometimes you do have to kind of forego the combos.
Forego the combos sounds so depressing, Doa.
Forego the combos.
I like to see more combos, not less.
Combo breaker.
No, I don't like to see combo breakers.
Oh.
I like to see the combos.
Quick shot. All right. Yep. Might as well. Oh, it's not Peggle. Wow, dude, the piloted Shredders have really been delivering tonight, haven't they? Oh, no draw. Nat Peggle doesn't deliver, though. And
what a
yeah,
jerk. So
toss out that Dr. Boom.
Dr. Boom using full 7 here. Get it
Yeah.
out, and he still can't clear that Nat Peggle, though.
Not
with the
yet.
piloted Shredder, so.
That's okay. Nat Peggle hasn't caught anything yet. You know, in the Korean client, what he says in Korean is, ha, big fish. Oh,
Big
there
fish.
we go.
Ooh.
Double combo in this Druid deck. Sludge Belcher, not a bad draw at all. So 19 health right now for Abelmo, but he's in a really good spot with his board and his hand. Emperor is certainly not as much of a priority. Will he just use one of these Force of Natures to clear, perhaps?
Yeah, with 2 of them already up, you'd think that one would be disposable just to set himself up for a combo in a few turns.
Oh boy, I'm just waiting for Savage or Nat Pagel to come in and finish the job. Yeah. Oh, you got a little bit unlucky with that one.
Yeah. Got better. Actually going to go for the Tharzan here, make his combo even cheaper. So there it is. It's 7 mana now.
At 19 health, he's got plenty to play with, and he can combo next turn and win.
Yeah, that's really huge. But
Will
he can't
draw?
Lotheb and Rusty Horn.
Lotheb.
And Rusty Horn.
Wow.
He needs it, but he's going to use the hero power instead.
Yeah.
He does have some measure of protection.
Wow. Piloted Shredder. This is some serious stuff today, man.
You're not going to get any minions with attack, but you will get ones with a lot of card draw. And
whoa.
Oh, wow.
The mountain that rides strikes again. Yeah.
Going to go straight for the face here.
Yep, he wants that combo. I'm telling you, man.
He's feeling the combo.
Nat Pagel. He's
Nat
feeling
Pagel.
the rage build within him.
Nat Pagel about to get very angry.
He's like, my fish are angry.
There's a Rusty Horn, though.
Yeah. Ah, okay. Well, let's see.
His answer is the face, but I mean, if he combos this turn,
I think he will. And he can actually just run Nat Pagel into the Harvest Golem. In the end, Nat Pagel gives his life.
No. No.
No, he won't.
Wow.
There we go.
It's going to get down to 1 right here.
That's right. Well,
and
he's
there's
got
the 2
enough.
from his face. So right there, finishing it off. Man, not finishing your opponent with
boy.
the Nat Pagel.
I know.
What is that, Tella?
It's bad play. That's what it is.
It's also a mind game. You have to disrespect your opponent so that you can put him on tilt in the next game, and losing to Nat Pagel.
I agree completely.
That just gets stuck in your memory, man. So we'll be Hunter versus Hunter for our last match of the night.
Yeah, it's going to be this interesting mid-face Hunter versus mech Hunter. I love it. And yeah, going to game 5 here in our first match. And it's serious, guys. The loser is going home. The winner goes on to face Luxam in probably a more difficult match, honestly. But both these guys have been playing well. Haven't really seen any errors out of them. But it all comes down to this. A Hunter mirror, but very different decks between Lucette and Abelmo. Here in our first match of the night, our final game of this best of 5. It is time. Who's going to take it? Who's going to move on to face Luxam in the final match to decide who the last player from Group A to get to the semifinals will be? It's time to get in the game and find out. I think they've got someone over there writing down all the legendaries that Jungle Ramu is getting to.
It's actually somebody's job at OGN. Keep track of Jungle Ramu's legendary.
I have a college degree and this is what I do. Well, here we go. The final game of this match, guys. Mech Hunter versus the Hunter from Abelmo. Starting things off with the web spinner.
Yeah.
I'd call him more of a mid-rangey kind of Hunter.
He has the Cogmaster again. And he's going to drop that right away. And that's going to be it. I had high hopes, but saving the coin for the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, if he had played the Clockwork Gnome, it would have just gotten cleared by the web spinner. So, yep, doing things a bit safer here, playing the bow. I think this is good. If you're going to win with this deck, you absolutely are going to need
Hungry Crab, that is awful.
Would you believe that's the second time we've seen Hungry Crab this week?
Ooh, Freezing Trap too, that's not gonna be the greatest.
Oh boy. Huffer.
Or Huffer, sorry, yes, not Hugger, Huffer.
Anoyatron. Or Anyang Robot, as it's known in Korean. I'm not even kidding, it is Anyang Robot.
Which means hello robot for those of you who may not be as proficient in the Korean language. I like the fact it's called Anyang Robot though, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And
all right.
There it is, silencing Anyang Robot.
So big. He gets through for another 4 damage. This Huffer has really come through.
He's huffing. He's puffing.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, like, Mech Hunter just has a bit of consistency issues.
In some ways, though, he's going to play that Mech Warper.
Yeah.
And then Harvest Golem afterwards.
He's going to clear the Knife Juggler as well, too. But
yeah.
See, here's when you compare Mech Hunter to Mech Mage, the reason why Mech Mage is so much more popular is because you've got things like Goblin Blast Mage that play much better off of the mechs than Metal Tooth Leaper does. You've got things like Fireball, Frostbolt. You've got a lot more utility direct damage options. And so while Hunter...
And Antonidas as well, where you can actually really efficiently use those spare parts.
It's a great point. Antonidas is a huge part of that, but that is a huge Metal Tooth Leaper.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is the type of combo you want to get with this deck.
He pulled it off. It has taken him 3 tries to actually get some use out of the Metal Tooth Leaper. There's Unleash.
Yeah. You know, Lucette has not brought the most consistent decks.
It's really unfortunate, too, that he had that Hungry Crab instead of something that's actually useful here.
Yeah.
And he's his options right now, actually choosing to go for the face. And play the Haunted Reaper right afterwards.
All right.
That's not awesome.
He's got his own Loatheb here. 6 mana to work with. He can play the Mad Scientist and the Spider Tank, too. I think Loatheb is a safer play at 13 health, certainly.
Yeah, he has to trade 2 for the Loatheb, though, just because of how low he is. And there's the Cloak Field coming out to cloak the damaged Golem.
Yeah, just in case he has any more mech synergy coming out, he wants to keep that alive. I think that's a good idea. Ooh, so do you go for the... I think you just go for the Savannah. Yeah, Savannah High main. That didn't take long to decide at all. Oh, it's another legendary. All right, so the Noetron is nice to hit. Okay.
Just hanging on by a thread right now.
Yeah, and at least he can hero power this turn, too. That is kind of nice. Oh, no, he's just going to go ahead and play a Spider Tank. Of course. Oh, wow. Wow, another legendary. I didn't read what that was fast.
I couldn't see what it was fast enough.
It's very small on our screen, so.
It's also in Korean.
It's true. All right, down to 9 health is Lucette. His tournament on the line right here. Another Spider Tank is not going to do it.
Yeah.
Can he clear enough to live?
He could get lucky. We'll see what his trap is.
Yeah.
Oh!
What?
The freezing trap.
Yeah, it's not going to help too much. He's just going to run his... Oh, man. So let's see. Kill command, that's 5, and bring him down to 4. So he's going to have him down to 1 because one of these things are going to be sent back. Yep, plays the crab. Very good. And so that's 1 hero power away. You cannot come back from this if you are Lucette. And Abelmo just looks totally nonplussed by this. He's like, I'm winning.
Yeah, that Unleash just
not
going to be enough.
Nothing
to
draw.
Power next turn.
So Abelmo is about to complete the reverse sweep against Lucette, and Lucette knows it. But man, I gotta say, we talked about the players improving quite a bit, but one of the issues that a lot of Korean players had last year were sort of gimmicky, a little bit less consistent decks. And Lucette seems to still be, kind of operating in that mindset a little bit. What do you do?
There it is.
There's the explosive trap
for the finisher.
That's right, and so Abelmo completes the reverse sweep, and he will take this match 3-2 and move on to face Luxam in the final match of Group A. Garage is pleased, but he's sad that nobody's playing Warrior in this round.
Wow. Abelmo doesn't even look happy at all. He looks super stressed out.
Well, he came back, he made it, but he's still got another match to go. It's not really going to get any easier from here. Luxam is an extremely strong opponent.
Yeah, he will be playing the Mage, Druid, and Warlock decks up against Abelmo's Paladin, Druid, and Hunter.
Yep.
And Lucette not looking too pleased with himself right there, but he brought a deck in that couldn't get it done in 3 straight games.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes down to it, Lucette has the decision-making. He played intelligently. He just brought decks that just didn't have the consistency they needed to have, I think.
It's surprising you say that, too, after he did play some more, I suppose, meta decks in the first part of this tournament.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I think he kind of mind gamed himself in this round, and that does happen. So Lucette out, Abelmo moves on, but we'll see if he gets to the semifinals or not. we've got another match yet, so don't go anywhere, guys. When we come back, Luxam versus Abelmo to decide the final spot in the semifinals from Group A. Don't go anywhere. This is Hearthstone Masters Korea. We'll be back.